Hello friends, today we are going to fold a black kite. So it's a bird and you need the bird base. So if you know the bird base, then you can skip a few minutes of this video. But if you do not, then just follow what I'm doing. So this is a diagonal fold. Hopefully this is done right. So just crease that, open it up. I usually turn it over when I do this fold because it's going to be easier for us to make the diamond, which I'm going to show you in a bit. So just make another diagonal fold like this, then open that up, and then fold this in half. Open that up, and then do the exact same thing on this part. Crease. Okay, now that we have this, what we're going to do is, so that's the middle, fold this in, then bring that back out. So we're going to have something like this, and then same thing on the other side, and then flatten that dude. So if you did that right, you should have something like this. Now, to finish the bird base, this side bring it to the middle. Crease. Same thing on the other side. Bring it into the middle. Then crease. And you should have something like this. So we're going to go back to this later, but I'm just going to do the exact same thing on this side. So we flipped it. Then we're just going to do the exact same fold. Same thing on the other side. Then crease. And it should look like this. Now to finish the bird base, open that up. Put this one inside. Then same thing on the other side. Then bring it down and flatten, so it should look like this. Then flip that over. Same thing on the process. Open it up, bring it in. And then flatten. Okay, so this is your bird base. If you did that right, you should have something that looks like this. Now the next step is this side we're going to bring into the middle. So let's fold that in. And then other side. So you should have something that looks like this. So we're not going to repeat that on the other side. This fold is, I don't know how to explain this, but this is your flap on the side. So you're just going to bring that up. So bring it up. And then twist it a bit like this. And then just try and aim for something that looks like this. So make it aim for a straight one, but it should look like this. So I'm just going to show you this part, right? And then what we're going to do is we're just going to flatten this. So if you did that right, you should have something that looks like this part. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. So this one, I'm opening it up so you can see. Slowly pull that up, twist a bit, and then flatten. So if you did that right, you should have something that's looking like this now. Okay, so now that we have this, what we're going to do is flip it over. And then this fold is another interesting one. So this side we're going to bring into the middle, but we're going to bring everything. So I'm going to start by folding in this one into the middle, like this. Right, so it will bring everything else with it, but we're just going to do this crease first. Hopefully you can see that. And then all you need to do is just flatten this part. So slowly do that, and it should look like this. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So this side into the middle first. Just do it like this. And then you just slowly flatten this part. And just crease that. And if we did that right, it should look like this. Now the next part is we are just gonna open this up like this, and then the other side. So your model should look like this now. Okay, so the next step is here up top. We're just gonna fold a bit of that, maybe up to here. So I'm just gonna show you this after I fold. So just something as small as this one. You can just eyeball this. And then the next step is we're gonna fold this part up until this one, this side, right? So we just need a bit of paper peeking out up top, like this. So that's gonna be our beak. Okay, so once you have this, just fold this part back in, and then the other side. So you should have something that looks like this now. Once you're done with this one, what we're going to do is we're going to build the tail now. So we're just going to fold this up and up until a third. So I'm just going to do that. So something like this. And then what we're going to do is this flap, we're just going to insert it into this part so that it looks like this now. Okay, now we're going to make the legs. So what I'm going to do now is, see this part in the middle? So just fold that up until that part. So you should have something like this. Then we're going to flip this over. And then this fold, I guess you can open it up a bit. But what we need is a straight line in here. So this corner, I'm just going to fold it like this. So open that up. And then just try your best in making a straight line from that corner up to here. So, and then just slowly collapse this part. So I'm just going to try and do that, and then just bring that back down. So this isn't looking as nice as I wanted it to be, but that's okay. So it should look like this. And then we're going to repeat it on the other side. Open it up. Just get a single flap, straighten that, and then bring it back in. So it should look like this. Okay, now once we have this, we're just going to fold this in the middle now. So I'm just going to fold that like this. And you can see our black kite now. So I'm just going to flatten this a bit, and then we're going to do a reverse fold on the tail. So it's just this, and then just fold that like this. Let me just use my left hand to do it, but it's really just like this part. So if you did that right, it should look like this. Then we're going to make the legs. So this part, right, so it's somewhat like a rabbit fold. So I'm just going to fold it like this. Hopefully you can see. So I'm just going to bring both sides together slowly, and then flatten. So it should look like this now. Okay, so we're going to repeat on the other side. So this is what it looks like. Bring that out, and then slowly bring this side and this side together. Boom. And then once you have this, just bring that down. Okay, so those are going to be the legs. And then the last bit is the head. We're going to do another reverse fold. Just open up your model, do it something like this, and then slowly just fold that. This is going to be a bit thick now, but it should look like this. And then of course you can adjust the wings, lay it out, but it should look like this when it's done. Okay, so we're basically done. This is our black kite. And the ones in Australia, during wildfires, they actually pick up burning sticks, and then they drop it on unburned grass so that they can weed out the insects and small rodents for their meal. So they're one of the very few animals who use fire intentionally. But this is how it looks like. It's really nice. It's actually pretty cool for an origami bird. It's complete. You can put it down, but it's not going to look as nice. So ideally you have like maybe even a toothpick or something to make it stand than a paper. But yeah, so you can carve this out a bit. But this is our dude. Kind of looks like a small dragon as well. But anyway, that is our fold for today. I hope you make some. As you can see, there's some interesting folds in here as well. You can probably use with other models. Anyway, that's our fold for today. You have a good day. I hope you folded, and happy folding.